And we are go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stargate Oversight. We've run into another problem yet again, where
what could that be?
this problem that we've run into is that the deep state has assassinated or attempted to assassinate Ryan once again, but on this occasion, Hope sort of did a get down, Mr. President on you.
Oh, I thought I was missing my weekly assassination
So yeah,
attempts.
Hope is thankfully alive, but is recovering in an undisclosed location.
Oh, good for her. Good for her.
Yes. Hello, everybody. This is a unusual one now. This is just a Arcticia and Ryan episode.
It is
the first time. Yes.
Wow. Hope's always keeping us down.
Now we'll find out.
When she hears it, she's gonna kill us.
Now we'll find out whether or not it's me or Hope who derailed these episodes.
Thank you for not even insinuating that it was me.
It's never you that derails them, Ryan.
Well, speaking of...
I'm Arcticia Frost, and my pronouns are she and her.
I'm Ryan, and my pronouns are he and him.
Well, that's really interesting, but...
Shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
Yeah? Yeah? Oh, wow. That's a... Hey, I have one of the most
true. You have a lot of hair.
That
is correct. Yeah. Well, you know who are a bunch of bald fucks?
Big bald fucks.
Actually, they're not really that big. They're kind of twinkish, but
I don't want to think about it anyway.
Yeah, we're talking about the Stargate Season 2 episode One False Step, which this is a weird one.
Someone had an idea.
It's also an episode that's completely shattered my theory of Season 2 so far. My theory of Season 2 so far is we had sort of the Windows effect, in which we had one dog shit episode followed by one really good episode, and now we just have this one where I'm I don't even know what to think about this episode. This is just weird.
This is too weird to be dog shit, but too weird to be good. It's kind of in that spectrum of. Okay.
No, I just spent the entire episode just being what the fuck?
What? Who? Why?
See.
Well, anyway, this is an episode called One Full Step, and the One Full Step was whoever wrote it.
Kind of, yeah. So we sort of begin with they're sending a UAV through the gate. You know, all of their war crimes so far finally earned them a kill streak.
I was gonna say, I was literally going to say UAV ready.
Damn, that's crazy. It's taken this long for them to get the kill streak, right? You would have thought after blowing up two of Apophis' ships, they would have got the kill streak then, really, right? More than got it, in fact.
After the budget cuts, the kill streaks take a bit longer to acquire.
Yeah. Turns out you can kill the entire army of one of your main enemies, and that's still not enough for a fucking kill streak.
If you do it in one go, if you do it in one go, it only counts as one. Yeah, devs are still working on that bug. The UAV is, of course. Yeah. So anyway, the UAV does what every UAV does at or unmanned drone does in Stargate, and fucking immediately eat shit for no reason.
Well, so yeah, they're we've got this fancy new UAV here, and we're gonna test to see how good it is at long-range reconnaissance. And the answer is not very good.
Just like all the rest.
So yeah, they send it through. They're getting some mapping data of the planet that they're going to be exploring. They notice some sort of strange heat signatures, and that they start to lose signal. Carl tries to play flight sim, but she's just not very good at it.
Nah, she doesn't have the flight. She doesn't have the.
Accidentally, 9/11 some fungus people.
And then the focuses of our episode show up. So suddenly the UAV, by the way, gets perfect the camera perfectly fixes itself just in time for...
Oh yeah, like we see later on in this episode that this UAV is completely in pieces, but the camera is fine, apparently.
Yeah. But the camera was broken right up until the moment where it needed the shot.
Yes.
But as soon as the shot was needed, a lovely, creepy, weirdy, pink, naked man shows up and just goes,
"Yep,
ooh,
that's mine, thank you."
into the lens, and then fucks up.
Yeah, when they eventually do go through the gate, they do a dumb little joke of, ha ha ha! Daniel's like, huh, oh, wow, I feel like I've been here before. Do you get it? All of these sets we record on look exactly the fucking same. It's back, yeah we're back again with the Vancouver Tourism Board.
Literally, Toad's like, yes, yesterday when we were here, and Daniel's like, yeah, definitely, that's what I meant.
Daniel, you have two options. You have an episode entirely filmed on Cheyenne Mountain Base. You have the Vancouver Tourism Board, or we can borrow like the quarry in Wales from Doctor Who.
And if we do another episode on Cheyenne Mountain Base, it's just going to be another quarantine episode, because that's what every single episode on Cheyenne Mountain Base becomes. And even when it's not a quarantine episode, it becomes someone is basically attacking the base, and we all have to lock down the base anyway, so basically it becomes a quarantine episode.
We had the disease that turns you into a rapist. We had oh god, we had the Gould Kowalski.
No. It releases your base instincts, which means apparently
we had the Kowalski becoming Goulded.
Goulded. So
we had the Orb episode.
It
was the Orb indeed, yes.
Don't you see? The Orb is our lives now. To destroy the Orb would be to destroy our very purpose, so if we wish to live long, meaningful lives, the Orb must not be destroyed.
But yeah, so they're walking around this definitely not just a foggy day in Vancouver. And they find probably not made of styrofoam.
That was exactly my note, being like, these plants look a lot like styrofoam. Yeah, this is like some 60s. This is like some 60s Doctor Who set design here.
It's like some fucking Star Trek season 1. And it's like covered in green goo for some reason.
And Jack's wearing a shitload of black eyeliner.
Oh yeah, Daniel's.
They bring back the sneezing
because Daniel's sneezing is entirely dependent on the episode.
He did like the sneezing thing like once in like season 1 during the opening.
Well, it's like they explained that he got over it because of blah blah blah, but then he just keeps popping up again. It's like, dude, what? Are you over it? Are you not? But yeah, so they follow. Somehow the UAV was tracked, even though it was completely trashed to bits. They knew which way it went.
Don't worry about it.
And they just start walking in the direction.
Yeah, we see. Yeah, they start walking in that direction, and then we see that unfortunately the Shire has undergone austerity.
Oh god! Oh my god! That's what this is, isn't it? It's like fucking backwards Shire.
Unfortunately, they sold off Bag End and most of Hobbiton to like they sold it off to like Barrett Homes. They demolished everything.
They find the council estate of Hobbiton.
There's black mold everywhere. Yeah, it's been on Homes Under the Hammer recently.
So while they're like sort of looking at it, this fucking creepy.
He's back, baby.
That just pops up out of the ground and goes.
He's just weird. He's making weird noises, and like Jack was looking at their settlement with like binoculars, and he's like mimicking like Jack's like hand motions.
It's just wiggling his head as well. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, they're all like, hey, this is crazy. Let's go follow this guy. Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to learn from these people?
Well, they're a nudist colony, and they all live in Minecraft starter homes.
They also run like they've never learned to run.
Yeah. What if we took like every stereotype about like native people, Aboriginal people, and then just sort of made them kind of gay?
But also just not. But also asexual? Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I can only describe them as being weird naked men running around doing gay noises.
I can't dispute that. Fuck.
Yeah, they sort of like arrive at this settlement, and turns out there's not just one weird naked guy.
Several.
Yeah, like also none of them address the fact that it's just a bunch of dudes.
Yeah,
like
and
you mentioned that thing
at this
but,
point
like,
in the episode.
It is actually possibly that they might actually do some kind of asexual reproduction. Maybe then.
Maybe. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
It's like it's completely unremarked upon that there's just a bunch of naked dudes hanging around.
I will say, when I first saw, like, the bit where they walk into the village and it, like, does the big sky cam over everyone, and I saw all these, like, little balls on the ground, I'm like, are those eggs?
Oh, God.
That was my first thought.
That would have been a weird episode if it had been eggs.
My first thought was, oh, is that how they reproduce?
Go, yeah. They, like, hatch as, like, fully formed adult naked dudes with paint on them.
You look around the other side of the mountain, like, of this area, and there's all just a load of, like, normal guys in suits. Like, oh yeah, they just choose to live like that. They're really weird.
Yeah. These guys are anarcho-primitivists. We've got like a normal city just like right around the corner.
They also just really hate women, so they're not allowed to join.
Yeah, we have the world's most misogynistic anarcho-primitivists. Yeah, it all started one day when we joined their Discord server, and we said, if a narco-primitivist, how come Discord? And they rose up to our challenge and started living in these weird rock houses.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're normally incredibly passive. They don't really like to hurt anybody, except the second they see someone going towards any kind of farming equipment, they all like beat the guy to death.
Yeah. Anyway, so they meet the people, and Daniel like does that thing where he raises his hand like, "Hello, me, Daniel Jackson."
I am Daniel Jackson, as if they would understand. Like,
yeah, and then they all just kind of go, bah, bah, bah,
yeah, they're just still just making weird noises.
No, they're not making any noises.
Oh, right, you're right. They're just doing like they're just mouthing things.
Mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can't quite mimic them doing that about making a noise because this isn't audio. Oh yeah, they just kind of like mimic Daniel's mouth movements, and then it's like, maybe you should smile. And Teal'c does his fucking like massive like smile, and then they all kind of just mimic it, but of course not as cool as our boy Teal'c.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel's being just such a typical man, right? You're just trying to mind your own business. Just going about your day, and some fucking guy just don't even know comes up to you and says, "Hey, have you tried smiling? I think you should smile for me."
Yeah. Also, they just sort of start surrounding them like these creepy naked pink men and just start touching them. And then one of them just takes Daniel's knife.
Remember, kids, you can reach for a soldier's knife. You paid for that soldier, and that soldier belongs to you, and so does his knife.
But yeah, so Carter tries to get it back, and Daniel sneezes, and the kid just slices Carter's hand.
Yeah, like, well, it's like, okay, I know these like weird people that aren't quite human, but at the same time, just like none of them ever fucking sneezed.
I guess. I really don't get this episode.
But like Daniel, he's determined. He's like, okay, yeah, there might be a language barrier in the fact that they have no language.
This really feels like colonizing, like showing up and like to a race of people that literally has nothing in common with you and try to like.
Yeah, well, the difference is when we did this in real life, we showed up to places where they actually did have language and culture. And we pretended that they didn't.
Oh, sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah. I assume this group has their own culture.
Their culture seems to involve like making wailing noises and T-posing in caves.
So they're Zuma humor.
No, but seriously, like when Daniel goes into the cave to like communicate with them, there's just a bunch of dudes like in the background and they're just T-posing.
Yeah. But and then like they just kind of make some drawings in the sand, and Daniel's like, "Oh my god, they're smart because they can draw."
Yeah.
And then Daniel starts fucking doing this weird dance where he fucking runs around like a plane,
and they're all just sort of looking at him like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?"
I don't get what Daniel's thinking here. I really don't get. This is the episode where they're trying to show that Daniel's like, his
he's got autism. That's what they're trying to show.
Well, you know what I mean. Daniel's job title was technically the person who like speaks ancient cultures and things like that. Like I can't remember.
Yeah.
The thing he hasn't done for years, he just shoots people now. But they're trying to show that Daniel does that.
A true American, finally.
Very insulting.
They also like start putting the paint on Daniel as well.
Mm.
In which he like goes back to the others and tells them like, this funky paint that they use, it like makes a second skin.
Oh my god! Yeah.
So you could say it's sort of like their two skin.
Okay. But yeah, they just start dying.
Well, not quite yet. Well, no, they first start talking about how it's weird. They don't have any like tools or languages, and then Daniel like tells Jack off for being racist. Stop calling them primitive.
Yeah. It's like, and then there's like Jack looks at him and goes, "Dude, they're literally walking around naked and fucking like."
Jack immediately like speech 100 turns Daniel into a racist.
Oh, come on, man! I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
But yeah, then apparently like they figure out what Daniel meant by like the weird plane thing. And they bring up like the crushed pieces of the UAV.
Yeah, somehow they figure out that a UAV has a wings that go brrrr after one of the.
I guess like they were like sort of huddling around, being like, "What the fuck, dude?" And then that one guy was like, "Hey, that thing kind of did that, and we don't know what this thing is, and we don't know who they are." So I guess.
Yeah. But while Daniel and Jack are having this discussion, one of them just fucking
vaccinated question mark.
Yeah, one of them just keels over, and then it's like, "Oh no, what's happening?" And then another one.
It's a died suddenly COVID vaccine injury, of course.
Yep, heart disease. Anyway, deep state.
Colonel, a heart attack.
At his age and his profession, could only be one thing, Colonel. I agree. COVID vaccine.
My God, Jack. The la-la-li-lo-lo. They've got him with the COVID vaccine. Okay, no, nothing. All right.
No, I'm just like Jesus Christ. like that wasn't a nothing. That was a my face just went. Oh God.
Oh God! Could you imagine some weird like alt-right chud like doing a remake of Metal Gear Solid 2 but making it about the COVID. In fact, no, just like Metal Gear Solid 1 and making it about the COVID vaccine.
They wouldn't do Metal Gear Solid 2 because Ryan was too pretty boy. You know it. You fucking know it.
Yeah, but that depends on what that depends on like what sort of cohort of like weird right-wing dudes there are. Because there is like the small sort of portion of weird like Nazi dudes who also really love fanboys.
Oh, I don't think that's a small portion.
Well, I don't think it's like the majority of like Nazis.
I just don't think they talk about it to everyone. If I go quiet, it's because I've literally just walked in from work and I'm eating my dinner as I do.
Yeah. Little known fact that the history books don't often talk about was Hitler's like huge cohort of like fanboys.
The battalion of fanboys.
Yes, and like.
And this battalion will go out on the Blitzkrieg, and this battalion will go out on the boats, and this battalion will stay in my bedroom.
They're guarding me.
What? They watch me as I sleep. Shut up.
Yes, Himmler and Goering, they are absolutely necessary.
So we don't have the budget. Why are they paid this much? Because they deserve it! I'm just imagining the reason the Nazis failed is because the budget was just destroyed.
Mein Führer, what is the Blitzpeg?
What? You knew it was one of our secret projects.
Damn it!
Okay, we're derailing like that.
My God, femboys! It can't be.
A weapons of the past, femboys.
For more information on Hitler's secret fanboy army, see the documentary Helsing Ultimate, or just watch the History Channel. It's on there somewhere.
Yes! You got all... Yes, Snake! You got all of the Chad genes, while I got all of the soy femboy genes!
As you can see, it's made me weak and small. I don't have a beard like you do because I'm a soy.
That's why I must, myself and the genome soldiers must get Big Boss's body so that we are no longer soy jacks.
And then Snake's just like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I just worked out. like, no, it's your fault. Wait, like, dude, you can just go to the gym.
Yeah, then it sort of like cuts to like grainy stock footage, but instead it's like an InfoWars like. Have you heard of brain pills? Brain pills.
No, seriously. Grainy stock footage of Alex Jones in Metal Gear would fit so well.
It would.
You gotta get the brain pill! Like, and then just fucking like Oswald's like, see?
You don't understand, Snake! They're demons! Goddamn demons!
Are they turning the frogs gay?
The frogs?
Yeah, the frogs. The secret military wing of...
You expect me to believe that they're turning the frogs gay and nobody noticed?
Nobody notices, Snake. Nobody wants to notice.
So, I think we have the answer to the question, who causes derailments, me or Hope? I think it might be you.
You started talking about Metal Gear. I was lost. I couldn't, I feel like what happens is the derailments depend on what... If we're talking about stuff I like, I derail.
Yeah, I played Metal Gear Solid 2 again recently.
I need to play it again. But anyway, Stargate.
So yeah, Metal Gear Oversight, yeah. No,
oh, that sounds like a great game. I would play the hell out of Metal Gear Oversight.
Yeah, it's just like the mother base management.
No, it's like, like the idea of like the military oversight, but of the Metal Gear universe. It'd be so fucking ridiculous. It's like, wait, what did you do? Wait, what's going on?
Okay, and you're telling me that half of your squad was wiped out by a homosexual vampire?
and his name is Vamp. And he's a real vampire. Well, he could be. He could be. But anyway, after all these pink people start dying en masse, they send in the quarantine.
So you're saying the president is a man named Die Hard Man?
Oh my god, I can't leave. I'm not allowed to leave. Wait a minute. Are you saying the head of the entire army is called the boss?
Are you telling me the director of the CIA is a literal motherfucker named Hot Cold Man?
And wait, the person you're using to cover up, like, you know, our war crimes is called fucking Skullface?
Well, you see, Snake. They call me Skullface because my face slightly resembles that of a skull. It's quite ableist if you think about it, really.
Skullface sues for, like, workplace harassment.
Like, who the fuck is he suing? I mean, he's not like, I mean, Zero's basically fucking comatose this whole time, so he's just like suing like ChatGPT at this point.
We need to talk about the episode, Frosty. So anyway, after all the pink people start keeling over and just randomly dying, they send in the quarantine crew to check things out.
Yeah,
My favorite thing is the quarantine crew shows up and then fucking Carter's lesbian wife.
Frasier.
Frasier just fucking Frasier just shows up and immediately takes off the quarantine.
I love that. Because like they don't even know if like the SG1 is even sick yet, so they're like, "Oh, we're wearing quarantine gear. You're not. You don't get any."
Well, no, the thing is,
yeah if you aren't already infected, we'll make sure that you are.
And the people wearing quarantine gear show up and take off.
Yeah, that's okay. They walked outside. As we all know, if you walk slightly far away from the people who are sick, no illness has ever been airborne before.
Just breathe the clean air, and that fixes the problem. But yeah, so after a while, Jack says, "Oh yeah, the UAV ran into a plan," and Jack says, "I've been sneezing," and Carter's like, "I cut myself." Like they're all trying to give like a reason of like maybe they caused it, like, you know, by being humans and having infections.
And Frasier's just like straight to business, like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't give a shit. I'm going to those people and I'm going to like actually examine them."
It's like, can you not just give me random fucking things? We're gonna use science, and then like, the other people are like, "Science." No.
Yeah, Daniel just starts talking some autistic shit about, like, the Starfighter, and everyone's like, "Daniel, we don't fucking care. We're trying to help these people."
Like, Daniel, people are dying.
Hey, Jack, have you ever thought it's crazy that the guy who invented the Galil was called Balashnikov?
Fucking weird. But yeah, Fraser makes the decision to take one of them back to the base without any...
We're gonna kidnap this dude.
Without any...
Oh yeah, they just bung this guy straight onto a stretcher while, like, everyone, all the other, like, naked people are just, like, really panicked and concerned because, like, these weird people in, like, strange suits have just shown up and kidnapped one of their dudes.
Well, as far as they're aware, the suits aren't their suits. They're just like their skins.
Yeah, these weird robots have shown up and like kidnapped one of their guys.
Yeah, but like the part that gets me is they take him back or them back, and they don't quarantine the guy they just took off who's died. Like, what the hell are you doing? You need to have this guy in like a sealed container or something.
Also, yeah, they aren't wearing, and when they get him back to like the actual base, they're also not wearing any protective gear in like the medical area at all.
No, they're not. None of them are.
Absolutely worst quarantine procedure ever.
But yeah, they basically just like do the whole. All right, put him on the bed, give him some oxygen. Look at him, and it's like all right.
Okay, what is fun though is that when they do bring him back, they show him just being like absolutely fucking bewildered by like looking around and seeing all this shit.
Just like what the?
Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why are there loads of like stars on the ceiling? That's crazy.
So then we cut back to Jack and Teal just, I don't know, walking along.
I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
I think that's
I'm not sick. I'm not sick. Yeah, Jack.
I'm sick.
Jack died suddenly. Vaccinated? Question mark.
That's the end of Stargate. Jack dies, and
yeah, Jack dies, and then the SGC cover up this very obvious death caused by COVID vaccine injury. Yeah.
But yeah, so what actually happens is Jack has a fucking headache and collapses, and he goes, "I want to get closer to the thing that's causing this."
Oh, I'm totally fine, by the way. And Jack's like, "No, you are not."
Yeah. And then we cut back to the medicine bay where they're going to do an ultrasound, and the most annoying sound
God.
ever heard.
I don't have a drop of it, but he's just being like,
It's literally like someone. Oh god, like.
Oh god, no, you're right.
What the hell are you?
It's like the most racist,
doing?
Imitation of a Native American chant you've ever heard.
It's a massively high pitched wobbling noise, and it's like.
Actually, no. I know how I would describe it. It's not like that. It's like someone who hasn't heard that before, but has had it vaguely described to them.
No, it's in Alvin and the Chipmunks version of that, where they sped it up and But anyway, he just literally goes. It goes on for way too long.
Yeah.
All right, I just immediately paused the episode.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, no,
he's too freaked out by the ultrasound, so we'll give him another kind of test that's way less intrusive and definitely wouldn't cause him to freak out. An MRI.
Yeah, which apparently seems to be working.
Now, everybody, if you've never had an MRI before. As someone who has had one before, I can guarantee you it's one of the most terrifying medical exams you could possibly have, short of them actually sticking a tube up your asshole. You are.
I've never had an MRI. I've had a CT scan, and that was
you are completely enclosed within this this very claustrophobic machine. There's a bright light above you. There's a bunch of just loud whirring. You cannot move. Well, you mean you can move, but you're not allowed to move. You have to lie there perfectly still while all of this is going on, and you are in there for several minutes, and it feels like fucking hours. It is horrible. But apparently for this guy, it's totally fine.
Apparently for this guy, it's fine. I mean, you find out why the ultrasound is so bad.
Yeah, but the MRI would cause the same thing.
I was about to say.
It's fucking loud.
It would cause the same thing. The trouble is, I don't think the people who wrote the show
yes, I think they just never had one. Yeah, one medical consultant on the team would have fixed this.
Yeah. Because it's ultrasound has sound, right? Right. Don't know sound.
Yeah, we go back to Daniel. He's watching some naked man give a plant an erection, it seems.
And then the mushroom of life appears.
Yeah, and then as soon as Daniel's being all voyeuristic on it, it shrinks away, gets embarrassed.
Yeah, hides in the cold. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone is
and
at this point, everyone's fucking sick.
At this point, Yeah, and at this point I'm like, is that their food?
Yeah, we don't know what it is
the
at this
hell
point.
is...
But yeah, Jack shows up and he's immediately being the worst guy ever.
just really aggressive for no reason.
He's just being incredibly mean to Daniel and everyone else.
But basically, the guy doesn't like the tone they're having with each other, and I'm like,
yeah,
what?
He doesn't like that Jack is being mean to all of them.
And it's like, and well, no, they specifically say tone, and that's when I started to go like, oh, fuck off. No.
For God's sake, yeah, no, you're right.
But yeah, so basically he does the whole smile, 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 and that's how they sort of like decide to not be angry anymore because the guy has smiled at them creepily.
Indeed, yes. But yeah, Tiago is sent to go back home, tell Dad everything's gone really bad here.
Yeah, and they decide to go back to, well, this episode is just cut back. Like, I feel like I'm saying they cut back to, and they cut back to, and they cut. So we cut back to the Stargate command in the medical wing.
Yeah, they've
where Hammond is like.
Well, they find they find that like these guys have like their heart in like their abdomen.
Yeah, and it's more like a weird. It doesn't look like a heart, which makes sense. Why would it look like a heart? But it looks really weird. And then Hammond's like, we got reports of the sick now among the hundreds. Well,
time to let them die.
Yeah. The disease does not appear to be from here. We don't know what's going on, sir.
Yeah, he's just like, well, I think our work here is done. Let's just let them all die. Not our problem.
We should probably just send him back and call it the day. Where's the masquerade?
We'll just send him back, cross off this gate on the list, and we, if anyone ever asks us about it, from the NID or anything, we just put our fingers in our ears and we go la 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 la.
But yeah, so we cut back to the pink wobbly people.
Jack's just sort of just bullying. Jack is just sort of bullying them.
Jack is in. It feels like Jack has turned into the jock bullying the nerd out
just
of
like
nowhere.
He's like beating them up, giving them wedgies, shoving their heads down the toilets, and he's like, "Oi, you fucking pussies, get out of your cave!"
And while they're shouting at each other, the little dude shows up. Is like, hee, and then just does the weirdest feint I've ever seen. Like, completely collapses backwards, but so slowly and with such a little like noise. And
of course, seeing another guy die in front of him, Jack's response is to just like ignore him and then just be like, "Yo, Daniel, what are you doing? Hey, Daniel, are you recording a plant because you're gay?"
But yeah, at this point, they end up going back through the Stargate.
Not quite yet. The girls are fine
because why? Am they?
Like they're like tearing into each other. Like Jack's being like, "You're such a pussy, Daniel. You got no bitches.
You don't do anything.
You don't do anything. You talk about like cultures. We shouldn't kill people. You're always a little bitch, Daniel. Always a little bitch, Daniel."
Daniel's
fuck
like,
you,
fuck
Jack.
you,
You're a dumb cunt.
You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. But we already said the guy faints.
Yeah, Tiao comes back and he's just like, "Look, I'm telling Dad. I'm telling Dad on both of you right now. Like, come on, let's go.
Get the fuck out of there. Go home." And then
and then it's like, "Okay, we're going back. Tiao, watch this plant."
I think this plant's
that's crazy.
How? I have a feeling. What's the feeling? Look, it says it in the script.
Well, no. What happens is just like Tiao's like, "Yeah, okay, sure."
I know, but like the reason they're telling him to look at it is like,
so he's like, "Yeah, I got nothing bad to do."
But yeah, once they walk through, they basically go, "Whoa,"
and they're fine.
The headache. I was having a headache. It's gone now. I feel fine. and then they're just sort of confused, and immediately to rather than asking them any more questions that could solve the issue, the guy starts dying.
Yeah.
So Fraser has to run away.
Yeah.
And then we cut
like you said, this is just an
hell.
episode of just cutting back and forth between the base.
And then we cut back to Teal'c, and a plant just happens to go next to him.
Oh yeah, he does the one thing
reason.
that Daniel, who's supposed to be like the guy that you would expect to figure out this shit, and being like, "Whoa, that's crazy! I wonder what's underneath these things."
He fucking checks for roots in a weird alien plant, and it's like, why would Daniel have not done this?
Yeah, it's like, damn, these plants have things under them.
It immediately knocks him out, though. So yeah, fair enough.
yeah, tapped on that good shit that instantly knocks you out. I need some of this stuff.
Yeah. And then we cut back. To Daniel watching the video of the drone, and he immediately starts getting the headaches again. And it's
how
like,
does Daniel have the video?
I think they were recording the drones was always being recorded, and also they did recover.
Yeah, but isn't he recording with like a little camera though?
Is it the camera? Oh yeah, he's watching his.
But like
his
that's still
recording.
with
Sorry,
the
my brain just
right now. And he doesn't come back with the camera and everything until after they.
Did he take a tape?
I don't know.
Did he take a tape out of it? Well, I'm going to assume he replaced the tape. So Daniel's watching the tape, and he says, "I had a headache while I was watching his video," and then Carter goes, "Wait, you got a headache?"
I think you might have epilepsy.
Well, she should say that. Instead, what she says is, "Oh my god, sonic frequencies and things can cause headaches," and I bet you, it's like, how did you come to this conclusion? Anyway, whatever. She takes it and she basically isolates, amplifies,
zoom enhances the audio.
Yeah, literally impossible.
Wow, that's crazy. Look at this. There's a funky looking wave. There's a fucking funky looking like audio wave in Audacity.
It literally is an Audacity audio wave. But yeah, they're like, "Oh, well, you're getting better after you stop hearing it, but the alien's getting more sick. I wonder what happens."
Damn! What kind of sound does it make? Let's take a listen to it.
Yeah. Why?
Hey, that's going to confuse everybody Well, in fact, it's going to confuse everybody because that episode is lost to time. It never came out.
Right. After Frost has confused everyone, Teal'c walks through the Stargate looking like he's been on a 4-day bender and is just about to vomit everywhere. And basically everyone's like, "I have never seen this man this like ill and sick. What the fuck?"
Like he had just like 10 seconds before coming through that gate said these edibles ain't shit.
Yeah. But anyway, they ask him what's happening. He's like, "Daniel, the plant you were looking at, I bothered to actually dig a little bit under it and immediately found the problem."
Yeah, these plants are fucked up.
Something's wrong with the plants.
Yeah, and then like, something is wrong with the plants. Something that's gone wrong with these plants, these weird sound plants. And something went wrong with them as soon as they arrived.
So, at this point, my immediate thought is, wait, this entire race
is being wiped out because a plant got slightly knocked.
What that means is, has there never been a wind? Has there never been someone who tripped near it? Has there never been, like, how have they survived?
One guy, like, trips and falls next to one of these mushrooms and then everyone is dead.
It makes no sense. But anyway, because the episode's nearly over, they find a way to just immediately figure out the correct audio wavelength they need and recreate it. Which is like,
don't worry about it.
How did you figure that out? And also, how did you make... They also make a fucking solar-powered, fucking permanently working noise machine to fix the issue they created.
Yeah, it's really weird as well, because, like, after they make it, they also, like... They're, like... The military, for some reason, like, contractually obligated to send a copy of this frequency to David Guetta to, like, mix into, like, one of his latest tracks.
Also, when Carter's explaining how she knows what it is, she's like, "Oh yeah, they have I figured out they had a symbiotic relationship between the plants and them," and it's like, and they probably don't even realize it. Well, Carter, how did you realize it? No reason.
Oh, cool.
No, Carter, this is very important. How did you realize it? I talked to my plants. And that's where I went, oh, they just needed a reason for this.
Damn, this bitch is crazy.
Because A, talking to your plants is fine. It wouldn't let you understand that the plant happens to emit an audio frequency that causes people to live or
you
die.
See, what they didn't actually have time to go into right now is the Carter is actually an expert in Lysenkoism.
Like, for a minute there, before she said the talk to the plants part, my thought was maybe it's a Gould memory left over, but no, it's dumber than that. I was like, I actually thought for a minute, oh, this could be like leading into like, that she's like starting to remember more of the... No,
we're just found a weird planet with some weird dudes on it. It doesn't matter.
No. This episode is so pointless. And the episode just ends on these disgusting CGI plants, just like, and episode ends.
Hey, we're only like... we basically finished the episode now. We're only like 45 minutes in. You want to just talk more about Metal Gear Solid to annoy Hope? She's still editing this.
Oh dear, bit of a shorter episode this week. Sometimes there's just not that much to talk about. But that's okay. If you want to hear all the bullshit about Metal Gear Solid, head over to our Patreon. Patreon.com/SGOpod. For just $3.50 a month, you get one bonus episode a month and the extended cuts of all our regular episodes. That's with the extra editing, more of the bits left in. Honestly, I would say it's worth it considering, like, some weeks you get, like, an extra hour long. Like, we've done 2 hour 30 episodes at times, and half of that was bits and stuff. So we're not withholding stuff. We're just withholding some stuff. You know how it is. Anyway... This is only the second time you've heard me today because they didn't do this episode with me because I was, Dome, the likes of which you have never seen, and my girlfriend and I'm covered in bite marks, so you can guess what happened. I'll leave that to your imagination. Kitty, oh fuck, my Final Fantasy 14 cube popped, fuck, ow, Storm, fuck, see you next week everyone, goodbye!